live. And so, hi everyone, and happy Friday. I'm gonna give it to you to share about today's topic, and I know it's a very interesting one.
Today's topic is how your thoughts are created. So last Saturday, I think it was last Saturday, I did my first half-day ladies retreat, and it was a combination of meditation and all different sorts of meditation and mindfulness. So that's very much the theme around the kind of coaching that I do and what I believe in. It's about mindset and about thoughts. And the beautiful thing is, a lot of these things we can control, or if we are aware of them, it's easier to manage because thoughts are so powerful.
Very powerful. We actually don't give it enough weight as we should.
Yep. And it starts with our background. Like you and I are kind of touching base now, just a bit about background and sort of what we've been exposed to. And it's the same with your thoughts. You know, your background massively influences the way that you think, because it also ties into your environment. Environment being the people that you're surrounded with, you know, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's work, whether it's school. But all of those things, the way that people engage with you, or the things that they say to you, or the things that they don't say to you, all of that will influence the way that you think.
Which makes sense. That's how we all have our perceptions, the way we think, the way we do things, you know. We always compare it to things that we experienced or grew up on, like that the parents were saying, that our friends in school were saying, or things like that.
And because we have about 70,000 thoughts per day, and 5% of those are new, we want to be aware of what we're thinking, because we become like wired or trained to think in a certain way, which we're not even aware that we're thinking that way, which actually is not empowering us. So we want to try and come up with a way that is going to be the most empowering for us. And that's why meditation is so helpful.
Because it's working on your thoughts,
yeah.
dealing with this.
Yeah, to be able to still the mind, to be more present to what is going on in the mind, and not to feed it with anger, frustration, irritation, but to be present to whatever's going on in that moment, and not to be thinking, well, actually, like when we're driving or when we've got bad signal, you know, things like that. It's very easy to get irritated, as opposed to just being present and going, okay, so right now, this is what I can control and this is what I can't. Let me work with that.
That's why I like the formula of event plus reaction equal to the outcome, because those things are happening. It doesn't matter. Like if you got stuck in the traffic, it happened. You've got nothing to do with it. So you can either get angry and let it drag you for the entire day, or you can let it go. And it's all about your mind. It's a mind game, kind of like it's a mindset thing that you need to change and focus on. So yeah,
it's a part of thinking, judging, and then making a decision.
Yeah,
that's the process, and then the words that we use. So for people who are maybe thinking, I'd like to make some changes in the way that they think, we are running another ladies half-day retreat on the 23rd of April from 9 to 12:30. And again, it's a place, this is going to be about self-care, self-love, and it's going to be an opportunity just to connect with yourself and become more aware of that self-talk. Because that self-talk can be so destructive, and half the time we don't even know we're doing it.
But I think it's a good point that you really need to be aware of like your thoughts. You do need to give them that time and space, but don't let them feed you to be in a negative place or things like that, but use them to, okay, I was there, but now how can I move on from it?
Yeah, no, exactly. Just to be able to let things go. Absolutely.
Which is tough.
Yeah, no, very much so. And actually, as an in-between, what you could do is have an accountability buddy. So when you are saying things to you, it's not always easy, I understand that, But maybe if people that are in your world, you've touched base with, and you said to them, look, please, can you call me on it? So next time, I'm not saying people do or don't, but next time you say to yourself, oh, you idiot, I can't believe you did that. What were you thinking? You fool. Whatever the wording that you use to yourself, have that buddy, if they are around, say, what is that? To call you up on it, for you to become aware of it, because you can only change it once you become aware of it.
And I think that's why we always repeat that you really need to have the right support group around you, because when you do, they can actually come and let you know, okay, listen, you've been actually acting like this or acting like that. And then you can make the change. And I think it's all also about like self-awareness, to be aware to your thoughts. That's the only way you can actually make a change and, manifest what you want to, if you change your thoughts in a positive way.
Absolutely. And with that, have a lovely weekend, everybody.
Yes, everyone. And we'll see you next week. And next week, what we're going to do is that the Wednesday is going to be on Instagram, and then the Friday is going to be on Facebook. And then the other week, it's going to be reversed. So follow us as well on Facebook. 1 degree.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.